a lot of people will see in the old man their mother, and in the son their daughter. So a lot of people will, without having a direct relationship with Steptoe and Son, they will see something very similar in their own background, their own lives, their own relationships. And they, of course, they like it then, because they go, aha, I can see this, I understand this is part of my life as well. And I think that's why it works.
This bird, she lives in a posh house. She's not a bit of old brass. Have you stopped to ask yourself why a bird like that should fancy a load of old tat like you?
That's a nice thing to say about your own son, isn't it? A load of old tat. An unpolished diamond, my boot.
Now, you know what I mean. She's got the pick of the land. Why bother with you?
She fancies me, that's all. Yeah, and she fancies me for myself. It made no difference to her, me being a rag and bone man.
Yeah, you're great, Burke. She fancies you because you're a rag and bone man.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
She don't fancy for yourself. She fancies you because you're common.
The Steptoe and Son, the classic family drama of being trapped, we can translate that into marriages or relationships. They're not satisfactory, but it's too scary to try something else.
John Antrobus there, a contemporary of Galton and Simpson's, who later teamed up with Ray Galton after Alan Simpson's retirement.
I've never shrunk, and Ray and Alan also, from going essentially to drama first, to find comedy. I remember the days when Ray and Alan and myself and Spike and Frankie Howard and Johnny Spate, and we were all, and Eric Sykes, we were all involved in this Associated London Scripts. And we didn't regard ourselves as light entertainment. We were in love with the classics, with Chekhov and Ibsen, and our sense of comedy sprang from an admiration for really good work.
Comedy comes out of struggle, as all drama must, out of conflict. It's just finding the funny side of the truth of conflict.
Maurice Gran there. We all have our favourite episodes of Steptoe and Son. Mine is Divided We Stand, in which the Steptoes divide their entire house in half, right down to the TV and the lavatory. That's Galton and Simpson's second favourite. At the top of their list is a more unexpected choice.
The one I particularly like is The Desperate Hours, where the two escaped convicts take over the flat and broken out from Wormwood Scrubs. And it was Leonard Rossiter and J.G. Devlin played the two. And they, between them, brought out the best in our blokes. I mean, it was wonderful to watch Leonard Rossiter bring out the best of Harry H. Corbett as actors.
Who are you? What you doing here?
Do as you're told and nobody will get hurt.
Is anybody else here?
No, it's just only me and my dad.
Desperate Hours was really a classic, and Desperate Hours, you know, was almost like a miniature version of something like Treasure of the Sierra Maestro. It was just a wonderful little drama.
Right, give me the keys to your car.
The car? What car? We haven't got a car.
Come off it, everybody's got a car.
We haven't.
You got a garage out there?
That's not a garage. That's stables out there.
What, you mean an horse?
We're reckon bowmen. She's the only transport we got.
We can't make a getaway on a horse, Johnny.
Dick Turpin, Dick.
That was a very beautifully written one-act play that happened to be a Steptoe.
It doesn't have to be bow ties and posh accents and cigarette holders. It can be as earthy as all come on, as long as the emotion is right. And Ray and Alan, for my money, got the emotions right time and time and time again.
Alan, you gave it up in about 78, which was about 3 years after the end of Steptoe. You two, having completely dominated the comedy world for about 20 years, you suddenly walk away. Why?
Well, I didn't mean to at the time. I meant to just take a year out, but it's a bit like giving up athletics for a year. You know, you get out of condition mentally. You get out. The whole point of writing is you've got to really give up your entire life to it. I found you've got to think of that and nothing else. You know, and after taking a year out, the idea of it horrified me. I don't know anything else.
They wrote together for a long time, probably 25 years. And they once said to us, you know, they completely missed the 60s. They heard it was going on, but they never noticed, never saw it. So I did, at the time, looking back, find it surprising that they had just stopped. But they worked very, very hard.
Frank Muir always used to say that writing teams have a lifespan of 10 years, and within that 10-year period, everything they write is great. Then comes a day when suddenly they don't want to do it anymore, or they can't do it anymore. and that it's over and gone.
What about you, Ray?
Well, I didn't know until now. Alan was only thinking about a year. I remember him telling me that's it. But I tried to persuade him, you know, not to, because it was it's the way of life. It's, you know, it's good. It was, you know, we were writing good stuff, but that's the way he wanted it.
I do what I can, my conscience is clear. And when I'm finally called by the great architect, and he says, what did you do? I shall just bring me book out and I shall say, here you are, mate, add that lot up.
Hancock and Son, a tribute to the work of Ray Galton and Alan Simpson, was presented by Harry Thompson. The producers were Liz Abrams and Tom Alban.